For someone who is not familiar with basketball or NBA history, or even just a casual NBA fan, you might not have heard of David Thompson, but David Thompson was one of the most notorious scorers in the 70s and 80s, and probably one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. So in today's video, we'll talk about David Skywalker Thompson and how good he actually was. Let's get right into it. Right off the bat, you're going to notice that I could not find very many images of David Thompson, or at least not very many high quality images. For a lot of players in the 70s and 80s, there are just not that many pictures because it was a different time and there wasn't as good of technology, but I did my best. I did get a few images from Getty Images, so don't judge. But anyways, getting right into the video, David Thompson was a pure slasher. He had an elite first step, insane athleticism. His combination of bounce and agility was absolutely ridiculous. He was kind of known as the first high flyer in NBA history, and the fact that he played above the rim, pretty much all above the rim is where his offense came from, at only 6'4", is pretty crazy, especially for that time period. His combination of speed, quickness, and bounce made him almost impossible to guard in transition, and even in the half court, he was able to beat most defenders one-on-one. Like I said before, he was an absolutely ridiculous scorer, one of the best scorers in NBA history, and his averages from his first 3 seasons back that up. In his rookie season, which was played in the ABA, he averaged 26 points per game. Yes, you heard that right, 26 points per game as a rookie. In his second season, where the ABA merged with the NBA, he averaged 25.9 points per game, so pretty much 26 points per game again. And then in his third season, he averaged 27.2 points per game. So first 3 seasons in the NBA, averaging 26 or more each and every season. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, if that doesn't convince you that David Thompson was an absolutely elite scorer, then this definitely has to. David Thompson is one of only 6 players to score more than 70 points in a game, and he owns the 4th highest scoring game in NBA history by a player, behind only Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. That is some very elite company, and keep in mind he was doing this without a 3-point line. Like I said before, David Thompson scored all of his points at the basket, and when David Thompson played, there wasn't a 3-point line. I don't think the 3-point line was introduced until the end of his career, and by that time, he'd already set most of his records. So, no 3-point line. David Thompson has the 4th highest scoring game of all time. That's very, very impressive. Unfortunately for David Thompson, his scoring ability never translated to a championship, and I think that this is a big reason why he doesn't get talked about as much as I think he deserves to be, and why he isn't in the same conversation as some of the NBA's other Hall of Famers. He also only played 9 seasons, and this was mostly due to drug abuse, or that's what is rumored to have caused his early retirement. He retired at the young age of 29 years old, or 30, so he really was just at the end of his prime, or in the middle of his prime when he retired, or what should have been his prime. But like I said, drug problems led to his early retirement. Fortunately, now he is still healthy and it didn't lead to an early death for him, so that is good for David Thompson, but it did end up cutting his career short, and it also probably led to him not winning a championship, like I said before, because with his elite scoring ability, if he just had some help around him, I think that he would have no problem in that era winning a championship. Ultimately though, I'm glad I could shine a little bit more of a light on David Thompson in his career in this video, because like I said, he just doesn't get the same recognition as some of the others NBA legends, some of the old-time NBA players, and I definitely think he deserves it. Another thing to look at is that he won an NCAA championship with North Carolina State. NC State was a powerhouse, and it was mainly because of David Thompson. Michael Jordan looked up to David Thompson. Michael Jordan modeled his game after David Thompson, so that's another thing to add to David Thompson's resume. He was a Hall of Famer, a 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, and a Rookie of the Year. Like I said before, like I mentioned multiple times, I just think that David Thompson deserves more recognition. I'm glad that I could shine a light on him in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. How good you think David Thompson was, whether or not you knew him before this video, what your favorite thing about David Thompson is, and leave suggestions for more players for me to make videos about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.